and gentlemen, gearheads and tire slayers from around the globe, welcome to lsfest Texas 2025. We're coming to you live from the heart of horsepower country, the legendary Texas Motor Speedway right here in Fort Worth, Texas. If you got oil in your veins and V8 thunder in your chest, you're in the right place. This isn't just another event. This is Holley's lsfest, the only engine-specific motorsports festival on the planet. And today, we're bringing you the wildest, the smokiest sideways action you can imagine, the lsfest Drift Challenge. People have traveled from all across the country to be here, all drawn by the unmistakable sound of LS and LT-powered machines tearing through the Texas Motor Speedway. Now let's talk about Texas. The Lone Star State doesn't just show up for motorsports, it defines it. With deep roots in NASCAR, drag racing, and grassroots drifting, Texas has always stood tall as a beacon of speed, skill, and southern grit. And now, inside the oval of the iconic Texas Motor Speedway, we're sitting in the middle of it all. Surrounded by a sea of hot rods, muscle cars, street builds, and pro-level machines, this is hot rod heaven, and it's where legends are made. If your ride is LS or LT powered, or maybe you just love the sound of America, well, I'm here to tell you, you're in the right place. Today's drivers will battle it out for their chance at $2,500 in cash, custom Grip Royal Trophy steering wheels, and a pile of prizes. In addition to that, we will be giving out some Spirit of Drift awards to those who bring the passion, energy, and raw love for drifting that this sport is built on. So buckle up, crank up the volume, and get ready, because Holley's lsfest Drift Challenge is about to rip the Lone Star sky wide open with clouds of tire smoke, big angle, and LS-powered thunder. So let's light them up. This is the lsfest Drift Challenge. Now we're about to kick off the Holley lsfest Texas Drift Challenge at the Texas Motor Speedway, but before we do, you may be thinking to yourself, how exactly does someone win a drift battle? And believe it or not, there's actually a science behind the madness. We start off by selecting a panel of judges. Their job is to analyze the driver's performance throughout the course. A drift course is laid out like a typical point-to-point race. The drivers will have to drift through a series of turns following a predetermined race line. Both drivers will have the chance to lead and follow. Whoever does it best will advance on. Now let's take a look at a previous battle. On the first run, both drivers initiate the drift and make their way past that first outside zone. Lead driver putting the car right where it needs to be and the chase driver not too far behind. Both drivers then transition into that final outer zone. The lead driver completely filling out that first outside zone exactly what he needs to. The chase driver now applying pressure, both drivers doing a great job. Now as they make their way to the finish line, they're going to go back to the start line and change positions where the lead driver will now chase and the chase driver will now lead. As we start the second half of this battle, pay attention to the chase driver. You're going to notice the lead driver is going to initiate exactly where he needs to, but the chase driver is going to be a little too far back. Now they'll transition past the first inside clip and into the next outer zone. Lead driver completely filling out that first outside zone, while the chase driver, not so much. Now the drivers make their final transition into the last outer zone. You'll see the chase driver start to apply pressure and gaining proximity, while the lead driver is doing an excellent job filling out the course. Both drivers doing exactly what they need to. Too many mistakes by the chase driver giving the victory to the lead driver. Now let's have a little recap from last year's Drift Challenge. In the end, it came down to two final drivers, Jake Wise out front, Jack Davis giving chase. Both drivers battling their way through competition throughout the event, ending up in the finals together, doing battle to see who will take home the number one spot. Towards the end of the first run, Jack Davis able to dive in the pocket and apply pressure to Jake Wise. Back at the start line, Jack Davis out front this time, and Jake Wise giving chase. Jake Wise a little closer in the chase position, doing what he needs to do to earn a victory. In the end, it came down to a split decision, crowning Jake the Ripper Wise the Drift Challenge champion for 2024 at Holly lsfest, Texas. Now let's head down to the track so we can kick off the Drift Challenge here at the Texas Motor Speedway.